If you're going to spend on this game, spend responsibly. Use the Apptoide app store. It's got all the best in-game purchases. They fight for market share with Apple and Google. That's why they offer these discounts. Use promo code MUSHY as seen above. And information of how to download this is in the description to the video as well as in the Discord.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Legend of Mushroom with Genghis. So I want to talk about having an online and offline setup for the arena. The other day I did a video on mage, and that was basically my defensive setup as a mage. The thing that I would use against most people, but I do make changes when I'm online and offline. So I want to go over them and show you some different videos of how those go. So basically the thought process is when you're online, you get to pick your enemy. I'm a mage. I'm going to try and find warriors. That's what I do. That's who I do well against in the arena. And archers are my nemesis. They kill mage. So when I'm offline, I have to have an archer defensive setup on. Something that can give me a chance against those people who see me as an easy opponent. So let's take a look at the difference. And the difference is going to be basically that when you attack, you get to hit first, right? So if you have the same or better speed, you're going to hit first. You might get in there before their blitz. That's the key. And if you are on the defense, they might get in before your blitz. So you better have a setup to protect against that. So let's look what I have on right now. I have on my defensive archer setup. So basically all of these three skills, they're all on the same relic for extended duration. And they also all have to do with slowing down or reducing damage from the archer. My pals, I showed you this the other day, and the one that I do change when I switch is Panda, because I get off of the HP and I have an attack set up when I'm attacking. Then the other changes that I have is on the statue. And right here, I have HP, but I also have an attack statue. Now, also that what you could do is going into relics. So I have my Panda on, and I have my resistance damage book on. Those are the two that I change. Now in my talents, I haven't fully set this up yet, but the changes that I will be making on defense is I'll be really focusing every single one to be going north so that I can increase my combo damage resistance and get that way up. So right here, I'm here, and I should have that up, but I'm saving on my Fury because I want to finish that off, and I'm almost there. Once I finish that off, I'll complete the multi-trees. Archer, this is the one that should be changed for my defensive setup. I don't need attack speed on defense. I should be going north, and I should be getting combo damage resistance. But on attack, I need that speed because I want to get my attacks out quick and fast. Now, that's it. So let's go into in my cross server, and we'll look at my records. So I just did 3 attacks, and these 2 are against archers. Now, I can't, it's not the exact same as being on defense, but I also can't force someone to attack me right now to show me. So let's look. This is how I did against 2 different archers using my defensive archer setup. And there we go. We slowly eat them apart. So I'm going to correct that. This was my attack with my attack setup because the bat was going on there. So that was an attack. And the next 2 are with my defensive archer setup. You will no longer see bat. So the first one was against a warrior, and that was with my attack-oriented setup. Lower HP, higher attack, and that was against an archer. And then the next one's against a stronger archer, I believe. But same setup. I have all my slowing going on against them. And one thing I'm also always hoping is I don't want them to have clone. Any sort of clone that comes from a weapon. And the reason for it is, especially when I have low attack on and high HP, if they have clone, I'm not going to really ever get damage on them. I'm mostly just going to be hoping for a timeout. Now, let's switch to my attack setup, and I'll show you guys what I do here. So right here, triple S skills. So this is when I'm going to be attacking. And then in here, I'm going to get rid of Panda because my HP is lower, so I don't need it. And then I'm going to add this little guy who only works for the first 15 seconds of the battle, but he's really helpful. 8% skill crit rate and 8% skill crit damage. Only 15 seconds, but I'll generally get 2 skills out of that, like 2 sets, or at least 1.5, because I have some pretty fast skills on some of them. So then here, the only difference I take that out and I put Bat on. And if I was really feeling confident, I could take another of these out. I'd probably take this one out, take it slow off, and I would add another attack skill. I generally go with Smoke, or I could go with Crimson Moonfall. Some people do like putting Blade Pierce on. I personally don't. And then I would go into my relics. I would change this over to the cardboard box because I have the deer on. And then I would go here and put some extra attack on. And then if I would go into my talents, and I would keep archery like this to keep the attack speed on. But everything else I would leave the same. So there you have it. That's pretty much my 2 setups that I have for offense and defense. And now I'm going to log off. So I don't want this setup on. I'm done for the day, done my attacking, and I'm going to change back into my defensive setup. And right here, actually, this is not the skill I want. I want Durian Bomb on instead. That's better against it's better against warrior or archers as it slows them down. And I'll take this one off and throw back on the red panda. And then once you have that on, you have to go and change back into panda, back into the resistance book. And the most important one, change my statue over to my defensive HP. Triple S HP. Oh, don't want to pray, want to change it. And there you go. So I have an online and offline mode. Wondering, do you guys? That like, subscribe, leave a comment.